Okay guys, today we're going to be doing a video with Spike. So he's good, and we're going to be playing friendly games so we can use all the star powers. And today, for our first one, we're going to be doing some Brawl Ball. And let's see, I'm going to do maybe Warped Arena? Yeah, okay, let's do this. So, Spike is a god at Brawl Ball. As you can see, the fences even have his face on them, so he's really quite good at it. And his super can, if you have the star power, it can actually heal you while you use it, so it can be almost better than Pam's super. And yeah, so he's a god at Brawl Ball, and he fights often. And his gadget shoots spikes out in all directions, which can be quite helpful if you are doing something that requires a lot of, like, doing all these big, long shots and you just don't have any ammo left, so there is a pretty easy thing to do, but you can use him. And now I think we're going to show you how to do gem grab with him, which is different, but it's possible. So, he is not a god at gem grab because he has such low health, although he can be quite helpful for fighting around the hole where the gems come out, because he can hit people when he's close by, and his super can slow people down so they can't get there. So it's quite helpful with that sort of thing. And as I said, with his spike thing, it heals fairly quickly. So that was a bad example, but if you are doing a round where everyone in your team is at low health, you can do that so pretty much nobody can get close enough to kill you. As you can see, I just used it to heal myself. And it can be really helpful in some points when you just want to hide from your enemies, because they won't go in there. So if you're playing against heavyweights, for example, which do not do very much damage, you can just, pretty much just say, "Hi, I'm just gonna hide from you." And then really it can help so much in the end of the day, because then you just cannot be killed. And that's probably why Spike is a legendary. It's because he can be so helpful for his team, but so good at just not really doing much in terms of taking big gems. But he shouldn't bush camp, because he's just really bad at that. He does more damage when he's close, but it's really not enough of an advantage to say it's worth it. So he's also really good at just killing people and assaulting them. Even if he can't kill them completely, he can get lots of damage in. And that's always crucial to the survival of your team in gem grab. And especially if he has full ammo, because he can then go in, use his super, and kill everybody. And it's quite impossible to lose with him when you do that, because he is a beast of damage. And yeah, so he can be really good at most things. Okay, so Spike is also kind of good at Showdown. And so first we're going to do Solo Showdown, which he can do fairly well. And this is one of the new maps with the ropes. So you may find it hard to use this type of map, but if you're on an old map, it may be different. Although, if you're going to do Showdown, make sure that the map you're on does not encourage lots of excessive fighting, because Spike is good at encounters from kind of far away. Like Frank over there is one of the guys who can be fought. But right now, also Spike, if he got in that bush, he would be dead. So he cannot bush camp. Whatever you do, kids, don't bush camp with this. But then you can heal yourself in his Spike thing, and so you should always try to make sure that you do not bush camp, and if you fight and you get your super while you have that star power, you can really do things pretty easily. Like, it's not going to be hard for you to win it if you know how to use Spike when you do it. Because if you do it with Spike but you're hiding a lot, then things don't turn out too well. And the gadget is generally helpful if you're out of ammo, and because Spike's reload speed is fairly slow and his movement speed is fairly slow, so if you really can't do anything to stop yourself from fighting, use your gadget. And also it works if there are multiple opponents you're trying to fight. And really, just never go into a bush with Spike. You'll regret it. But then, if you can get him to be super high power with lots of power cubes and you have full ammo, you really can start to fight at that point. It's just until then, it's not easy. And then his hits do so much damage if you hit accurately, so make sure you do that. Now we're going to do Duo Showdown, and that's a little different because it's a bit harder to understand how to do it, but once you get the hang of it, it's easy. All you have to do is to go around breaking boxes on the outside of the map, and then if you encounter people from far away, hit them from as far as your range can go. Please don't get close to people. It's only going to result in bad matches, so don't do it. And then as quickly as that, it's showdown. Then it can be quite difficult if you have someone like Leon who does quite a lot of damage quickly, because Spike shots take a fairly long amount of time to reach the opponent, so it's hard to aim, because if you have Leon or Mortis or Max or any of those really fast brawlers, they can escape your shots, so you have to be very careful with how you use them. And with a slow reload speed and all, you really can't just waste shots. And you can just use your gadget whenever you feel cornered. But yeah, he's good.